our lives are always in motion. हाम्रो लाइफमा जहिले नि चेन्ज भइरहेको छ जहिले नि हुन्छ नि. The change is always around the corner. It's like त्यो हरेक 4-4 वर्षमा वर्ल्ड कप आ जस्तो there are like frequent changes in our lives, like you're just waiting for it. अनि त्यसपछि even for example this sound, you know, if I tweak it, it's like keeps on changing every bar. Talking about sound, I have always been fascinated by sound, you know. I still remember my dad used to record this tape. I used to sing on the tape and he used to play me back, and we had a bunch of those. I had this fascination about this concept of recording that essence of time into a piece of plastic. I got really intrigued with the whole world of audio, which I turned into a career. Talking about my childhood, I started playing the violin at the age of 10. Our school, we used to have this music club. So music club, we were classical instrument. We weren't allowed to take up drums or guitar. I really wanted to be involved in music, so I had to play the violin. Violin theoretically, I learned all the theories. Some part of me still really wanted to play the guitar. On this then I realized that maybe I should like teach myself how to play the guitar. Chord book. Then I started playing guitar. And I still remember the day I played my first chord. I think the kitab the first chord I still remember when I heard the proper G, I felt that energy at that moment that nothing in the world can like replicate that again. The feeling of actually playing what you really wanted to play. On this with the music we started exploring more on our musical side. On this then in class 8 we formed this band. We call ourselves Janny G a lot, right? So that's Prasid Stapit on the drums, and Abhisek Bhadra on the bass, and Pratik Sakya on the guitars, and me like was playing the guitar and singing. The funny thing about the band is a band complete we didn't know how to play a full song, but we really wanted to be out there. So Abhishek, besides playing music, he was a very genius kid. He was very genius when it comes to like HTML coding, website. So पछि चाहिँ हामीले ब्यान्डको एउटा वेबसाइट बनायो के, अनि त्यो वेबसाइट चाहिँ दामी नै भयो के. इट्स लाइक जुन ब्यान्डको चाहिँ म्युजिक नै थिएन, जुन ब्यान्डलाई बजाउन आउँदैछ त्यो ब्यान्डको लागि चाहिँ त्यो वेबसाइट चाहिँ इट वाज लाइक अमेजिङ. त्यो बेला अरू ब्यान्डहरूको त्यस्तो वेबसाइटै थिएन जस्तो लाग्छ के मलाई. अनि देन द थिङ वाट ह्यापन इज त्यो वेबसाइट चाहिँ हामीले केटिएम रक्सको उमेश दाइलाई पठायौँ. अनि त्यसपछि ल दाइ हामी चाहिँ अब क्लास 8मा पढ्ने हो होइन, तर हाम्रो चाहिँ यस्तो ब्यान्ड छ, यस्तो हेरिदिनुहोस् न. बिकज एट द्याट टाइम आई रिमेम्बर केटिएम रक्स वाज जस्ट स्टार्टिङ अप 2001 तिरको कुरा हो. अनि त्यसपछि he saw the website and he was like very impressed with को रहेछ त यिनीहरू होइन, सबै वेबसाइट छ. बिकज वी रियली वान्टेड टु ब्रान्ड आवर सेल्फ सानैदेखि क्या, इभन इफ वी डिन्ट प्ले प्रपर म्युजिक. अनि त्यसपछि he took like great interest in what we were doing, and he actually featured us in the website as well, होइन. अनि I still remember यही ब्यान्डको कुरा गर्दा चाहिँ there was this we had this plan like actually start to work part time काम गरेर चाहिँ यस्तो वेबबाट के त्यो स्क्यामहरू हुन्छ नि, यो घरमै बसेर काम गर्ने अनि त्यसपछि यति डलर कमाउँछ भनेर. आई स्टिल रिमेम्बर वी एक्चुअली वेन्ट एन्ड लुक फर द अफिस भाटपटिनीमा. अनि भाटपटिनी पुगेपछि त त्यहाँनिर त अरू मान्छेहरू पनि त्यसरी कुरिरहेको रहेछ, त्यो मान्छे त भाइस्या रहेछ. बट वी स्टिल ह्याड दिस ड्रिम अफ यु नो एक्चुली वर्किङ एन्ड एक्चुली सेभिङ अप टु बिल्ड अ स्टुडियो त्यो बेला नै के. अनि त्यसपछि त्यो भएन, हाम्रो सपना अब चकनाचुर भयो होइन. अनि त्यसपछि देन वी मुभड अन. अनि त्यसपछि this was like in class 10, I guess. Class 10, yeah. So this band, we actually played our first show with this band. That's Bibhushan Basnet on the far left. And yeah, so I still remember the day we did the first show. Your band sang KTM Rocks. It was a concert called Metal Pollution. It was in Mahindra Police Club. Ma chai bhako थियो concert. अनि त्यो concert भइरहेको बेला चाहिँ अब बिस्तारै चाहिँ हामी एकदम म्युजिकमा एकदम एक्टिभ भइरहेको थियो. तर slowly हाम्रो academics चाहिँ एकदम affect हुन थालेको थियो के म्युजिकले गर्दा. So I think one day my mom got a call from the principal saying that you need to stop your child from doing what he's doing for a few years so he could just graduate भनेर के. त्यसपछि एकदम intense pressure भइरहेको थियो घरमा. Then but we had to play this show. This was our lifetime opportunity, you know, because हामीले कहिले पनि त्यस्तो opportunity त्यस्तो stage पाएको थिएन के. So actually I told my mom I'm going to Abhisek for a combined study. Then we actually हामीले चाहिँ एउटा सफा टेम्पो रिजर्भ गरेर त्यो बेला त ट्याक्सी अफोर्ड गर्ने उ पनि थिएन हैन. So we reserved a safa tempo and we actually went and played the gig. And later on my mom found out because one of my cousins showed up and he was really impressed with what we did. And this was and we started playing music and especially school ramal bhayo ani balla balla ani ल ठीक छ एसएलसी अगाडि चाहिँ ल पढ्नै पर्छ भनेर अनि त्यस्तो प्रेसर भएपछि पढ्न थाले हामी सबैजनाले. अनि त्यसपछि एसएलसी पनि पास भयो. अनि एसएलसीमा चाहिँ आई गट दिस 79.9%, you know. 30% चाहिँ पहिला चाहिँ एकदम कम हुन्छ नि. अनि त्यसपछि then I thought yeah maybe I'm really good at studies, maybe I should like really study science, you know. अनि त्यसपछि चाहिँ ल म त साइन्स पढ्ने हो भनेर then I went to college हैन. And college जाने बित्तिकै पनि I met so many new friends. Like school was always a bubble. 10 वर्षसम्म एउटै surrounding, एउटै group of friends. The environment चाहिँ college गएपछि it was like a big exposure for us, you know. सबै कुरा नयाँ. अनि we had this new band. We were like competing for inter-college band competitionहरू हैन. त्यसमा चाहिँ एकदम exposure भयो क्या. अनि I remember this incident. We actually won the first prize for the best band. And you चाहिँ Campion College ले गरेको थियो क्या. And we actually like worked so hard. We actually worked for weeks and weeks without going classes. हुन्छ नि हामीलाई चाहिँ क्लासबाट पठाउने के फर्स्ट पिरियड पढ्यो अनि त्यसपछि ल प्र्याक्टिस गर्न जाऊ तिमीहरू भनेर. अनि त्यसपछि फर्स्ट जित्यो. त्यसपछि when we went to the stage and took the prize and the prize भनेर त्यही शिल्ड एउटा मात्रै के. There was nothing. तर पहिला प्रमोसन गर्दा चाहिँ they were promising like 30,000 rupees and we were already imagining how we should like just spend the money. तर पछि त त्यस्तो छैन रे. So they like actually didn't pay us even a penny or we didn't get anything. We talked to the college, we talked to the authorities. तर कसैले केही भएन. कलेजमा कुरा मिलायो कि के भयो चाहिँ थाहा भएन हैन. तर त्यो बेला चाहिँ I think that was our first hand experience यो म्युजिक इन्डस्ट्रीको नराम्रो साइडको मान्छेहरू के हुन्छ नि how talent is के भन्ने हो त्यसलाई अब हरास त हैन तर they don't really value हुन्छ नि. So yeah that's the memory. And त्यसपछि कलेजमा भएपछि I got to meet all these new artists, all these new people. We were doing shows. अनि त्यसपछि KTM Rocks पनि एकदम happening भइरहेको थियो. We were doing shows. अनि त्यसपछि at one point I formed this band, Baking Space Cake, with my friend Rajan Shrestha and Rajan Shrestha on the drums. And this was my first experience like recording. हुन्छ नि recording त्यो भन्दा अगाडि चाहिँ यतिकै अब independent style ले गरिरहेको थियो. But this was the first time where we started spending time in the studio, scratch देखि लिएर त्यो म्युजिक बजाउन थाल्यो हैन. तर यो पनि भइरहेको थियो एकदम राम्रो भयो. At one point त्यसपछि बिस्तारै चेन्ज आउन थाल्यो के. You know, the change I was talking about, you know, where life is always evolving, and the change is like 4 वर्ष 5 वर्षमा there's this change like right around the corner. And this was all of a sudden everybody started leaving. High school सक्यो हैन. अनि everybody started leaving. कोही बाहिर गयो, कोही के गर्यो. अनि त्यसपछि बिस्तारै हाम्रो त्यो सीन पनि बिस्तारै कम भएर गयो के. अनि त्यसपछि then I had to think like, you know, should I go abroad? Should I study here? Should I keep doing music? Should I like, I don't know, एकदम घरमा पनि प्रेसर चाहिँ आउन थाल्यो क्या. अब my mom was asking me ल अब के गर्ने भयो त अब because you've been, you know, त्यो प्रेसर चाहिँ भइरहेको छ. I think everybody faces that even now, after high school, what stream of studies you want to do. And I told my mom that I'm going to figure out what I want to do in my life. But at the same time, then I joined bachelor's and started studying business. And I hate studying BBS, It was like one of the most torturous phases of my life. It really helped me पछि गएर हैन. At that time, I just wanted to do music. I just wanted to do music, and that's all. And this पछि one day, there's a new change again. One day, Sunny gave me a call, Sunny Tuladhar, my guitarist, and he gave me a call saying the very famous band, the Shadows band, are actually looking for a guitarist and a bassist. And this was then I was like, okay, maybe maybe this is our ticket, or maybe this is the change we're always looking for. And this was we joined the band, and that is when I met my friend Swapnil Sharma, and then. This was we instantly clicked and we started working. We started working very hard, and we were able to travel a lot of places in Nepal. We got the chance to explore the Nepali music industry, mainstream industry firsthand. I think that's a very fortunate event for us. And that's how I got to work in the record studios. And after I started working for Shadows, I could see this whole new possibility of how I can work as a producer, an engineer, the whole new dimension. I didn't just have to play the guitar. I just didn't have to be in a band. I need to do music. I could produce. I could collaborate with other artists. And then I started making music by myself in the computer. And the process, that's how I got to meet Asta. Asta, I met her in 2008. I was working at record studios. And after meeting her, we instantly clicked. And I was working for her first album, Sabai Thikai Huncha. And we actually, I was supposed to just make one demo, one song for her. I ended up working for the whole album, producing. And then we were doing so much, the energy was so good that we thought maybe we can make videos, we can actually brand everything ourselves, but truly a DIY project, That's how we came up with the idea of maybe we should call it Fuzz Productions, Fuzz Production for us is like a branding, a multimedia, not a very elaborate, but we just wanted to brand ourselves with the type of music we're doing. And this was a video बनाउनु पर्ने थियो, and then हाम्रो भिडियो बनाउनलाई came in rescue our mentor, our दाईहरुको दाई Rajan Shrestha दाई. I think he's there somewhere, because Rajan Dai, I really want to talk about Rajan Dai for a bit too, because he has always been there since day one, Day one, he has always constantly being the inspiration, and he has always helped हामी सबै पायो, giving VST, plug-in, crack, or all those. He was the resource. We didn't have internet back then, and this was we made the first video with Rajan Dai, me and Asta, just 3 people crew, and we actually had to, I think we were traveling triple load on my scooter, and we were shooting videos, and we had to finish it on a day, and Romailo bhako थियो. Thank you, Rajan Dai. And that's how we started with Fuzz Productions, But it was more than it was a very DIY project for us, very intimate. It wasn't a full-fledged company or anything. And then in 2009, we had to set up a band. We had to set up this band to play all the songs live, On this was then that's how we formed the Plus band. That's Sunny on the guitars, Kiran on the drums, and Abhisek on the keys. And this was we were doing shows for her, and after she left, we really wanted to keep building that lineup. It was because the energy was so good. We were making music after so long. We were back again making music. That felt really good for us. And this was then I think we decided to form Jindabad after that. So let me talk something about my band. Yeah, and हामीले चाहिँ जिन्दाबाद फर्म गर्यो होइन. We were like at this, we were so excited, you know, because the energy was so good. त्यो बेला चाहिँ सबै कुरा, it felt like everything was coming together again. Everything felt like, okay, this is the moment, you know. I feel like that's the most career ko highlight भनौँ, is able to personal life ko highlight. I think Jindabad phase was like the best one. We all like felt it. And this we started doing a lot of shows. And this then slowly we like made the video for Rewind. And that video actually two time was viral bhako थियो के. We got 7,000 views per day. आजकल त त्यस्तो हुँदैन हैन. But त्यो जमानामा त अब it was like actually mentioned in a lot of newspapers, and we got the best video of the year and all blah 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 blah. But त्यो बेला चाहिँ we all felt that energy. I think that was something, you know, that was something that is very close to us. On this piece we were doing shows and suddenly it's like, you know, fairy days, the change was just around the corner, you know. And we started everything like, again, like, aligati slow down हुन थाल्यो के. We were like hitting this creative block, mental block. And every time when we're working so hard, we're pushing ourselves so much, and then you're tired all of a sudden, you know, you don't want to push more. And just basically there's this phase of, you know, looking at different things in life again. And then I decided that I should maybe it's time for me now to go study audio engineering. Audio engineering is something that I really wanted to do, and I thought Jindabad boy was a confidence body. Now I thought, like, you know, maybe this is the right time for me to explore what I really wanted to do. And this was, I went there, I studied for a year, and I came back. And then I studied my audio engineering. I came back, you know, and after I came back, you know, the energy wasn't the same. We were like already moving on with our lives. And Sunny was making his own guitar. Kiran was working full time. Rajan was doing his university. And Abhisek left for Holland. And everything, you know, all of a sudden, there's that change again. You know, there's that change in our lives. Every 3-4 years, only change is again there, you know. Your moment, it felt like, you know, everything was coming together, and all moment, then everything changes. And I think we had to move on. Then I started working full-time at Fuzz factory production. That's my friend Prasid Stapit and my partner. And we started working full-time Fuzz factory production while we were doing music videos, we were making documentaries, we were very, very much constantly working with anything that came up, you know. And that's how I also got a chance to work in the music movie industry. That's how I got a chance to work in the Nepali movie industry, because after I came back, I got this movie scoring job for this movie called Visa Girl. Visa Girl is then I thought, like, maybe, yeah, I should definitely give it a try. And and I was very lucky enough to be working with very creative people, very open-minded creative people. My project, because my mom always used to say that, you know, your industry ko manche ramro chaina, your industry ma ekdam there's too much ekdam trust गर्ने मान्छेहरु धेरै कम हुन्छ भनेर they always used to warn me. And I was like, I was always afraid to, you know, be out there. Tara, when I got a chance to work with like creative individuals, it was very encouraging for me. त्यसपछि मैले त्यो फिल्महरुमा काम गर्दै जाँदा I did other scoring for movies like Kabaddi, Loot, and a lot of movies. Like त्यसपछि I also got a chance to meet एकदम नराम्रो प्रोड्युसरहरु पनि जसले चाहिँ पैसा दिदैन हैन काम गरेपछि पनि. अनि it's a very hard, very risky business, you know, because you work so hard, you work for months and months, and they just like rip you off, you know, basically. तर मैले चाहिँ एउटा कुरा के सिके भने चाहिँ you have to stand for yourself. You have to ask for what you deserve. यहाँ चाहिँ main, I think the business here, the media or entertainment business here चाहिँ सबभन्दा बिग्रेको चाहिँ दाइ भाइको रिलेसनले हो के. When someone like a client call you दाइ अनि त्यो अप्ठ्यारो ठाउँमा राख्दिन्छ के एकदम, you know. But I think it's very important on us to be professional हाम्रो लेभलमा फर्स्टमा अनि आई थिङ्क द्याट रियली हेल्प्स यु टु पुस यर सेल्फ एन्ड पुट यर सेल्फ आउट देयर एन्ड स्ट्यान्ड फर वाट यु रियली डिजर्भ अनि त्यसपछि सो बिसाइड्स ब्यान्ड चाहिँ भइरहेको थिएन त्यो बेला जिन्दाबाद बिकज वी वर इन्टु डिफ्रेन्ट थिङ्स अनि देन आई अलवेज वान्टेड टु यु नो मेक माई ओन म्युजिक सानोदेखि चाहिँ अनि द्याट्स हाउ आई केम अप एउटा अब नयाँ एलियस भनौँ न द अथर भनेर सो अब देन आई स्टार्टेड मेकिङ म्युजिक एट द अथर तर त्यस्तो एक्टिभली चाहिँ भइरहेको थिएन बिकज आई वाज सो मच फोकस अन भिडियो प्रडक्सन एन्ड अदर प्रोजेक्टहरू होइन त्यसपछि देन आई अल्सो गट अ चान्स टु वर्क विथ एल्बर्ट्रस यु नो एल्बर्ट्रसहरू चाहिँ अब सानोदेखि सुन्दै आएको ब्यान्ड आई अलवेज वान्टेड टु वर्क विथ देम अनि त्यसपछि देन आई रियली पुट माई सेल्फ आउट देयर एन्ड आई रियली वाज वर्किङ लाइक 3-4 इयर्ससम्म चाहिँ एकदमै काम गरिरहेको थिएँ कि अनि त्यसपछि एन्ड वान पोइन्ट अगेन त्यसपछि 2015तिर चाहिँ आई वाज ह्याभिङ दिस क्रिएटिभ ब्लक अगेन अफ यु नो कति काम गऱ्यो देन एभ्रिथिङ फेल्ट लाइक बिस्तारै इट फेल्ट लाइक अ बर्डन यु नो when they say like when you love what you do you don't have to work भनेर भन्छ नि तर बिस्तारै work is always work you know I think deadlines are always deadlines and जहिले पनि हाई चाहिँ हुँदैन क्या it's like there are so many low days होइन creatively very draining so that's why I really wanted to take a break or you know at least creatively or त्यसपछि then I thought like maybe I should now invest my time for myself for once you know for all these years जति पनि गरिरहेको छ I'd really wanted to invest some time for myself and त्यसपछि this is Fuzzscape in 2015 Fuzzscape is a project where we travel Nepal and make music and explore and tell the stories it's like this was a dream project for us and त्यो चाहिँ गर्न पायो होइन it's like it felt so good because after so many years we were actually making our original music again bandमा चाहिँ भइरहेको थिएन it was we tried bringing the band back together and सबैजना आफ्नो आफ्नो प्लेनमा थियो हुन्छ नि सबैको आफ्नो आफ्नो प्रायोरिटिजहरू थियो अनि त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ it always felt like you know we were pushing it too hard and त्यसपछि I just wanted to you know go with the flow and that's how I came up with evening session for me was like you know सबै कुरा त्यो एनर्जीहरू सबै I just wanted to start everything from scratch you know start learning electronic music from scratch किनभने त्योभन्दा अगाडि चाहिँ we were playing rock because I really wanted to invest some time for myself that's how I started making electronic music and this was electronic music it opened a new door for me a new perception of what music can be and त्यसपछि त्यो evening session गरेपछि I think a lot of things opened up मेरो उसमा के I wasn't like confined into being a rock star or being like anything this was for me like my stepping out of my comfort zone and I think this really taught me who I am as a person I as an artist as well किनभने यो इभिनिङ सेसन गर्न थालेपछि I started collaborating with these amazing phenomenal young artists हुन्छ नि पहिला त्यस्तो भएको धेरै भएको थियो क्या त्यस्तो एनर्जी फिल नभएको इट्स लाइक आफ्टर लाइक 10 years I am feeling that energy to actually being able to work with young artists man अनि त्यसपछि होला मेरो एउटा लास्ट पोइन्ट छ I think this was also a change for me हुन्छ नि like all the changes in my life this was also a very important change for me that opened up this new perception of how we can take Nepali music into another level जस्तो लाग्छ किनभने I think a lot of young artists don't have that avenue don't have that bridge towards reaching international हुन्छ नि हामीले नेपालमा काम गर्यो नेपालमा गर्यो नेपालको लागि गर्यो तर I think we are good enough to be there you know we are more than good enough to actually reach out the international stage so I don't think like we need to just be happy with Hits FM award or whatever award there is you know I think my main goal or our goal as a company or whatever it's like I think we put all the hard work all the जति पनि हामीले कामहरू गऱ्यो नि 10 वर्षमा भिडियो बनायो रेकर्डिङ गर्यो एल्बम बनायो सबै हुन्छ नि नाउ आई थिङ्क इट्स द राइट टाइम टु स्ट्राइक जस्तो लागिरहेको छ कि आई एम ह्याभिङ द्याट इन्स्टिङ्क्ट यु नो आई थिङ्क इट्स द राइट टाइम टु स्ट्राइक एन्ड बी द चेन्ज यु नो बिकज आई फिल लाइक इफ यु स्टप मुभिङ देयर वुड बी नो प्लेस टु गो एन्ड आई थिङ्क दिस इज माई स्टोरी थ्याङ्क यू So this song goes out to everybody. This song is called Chili Mili. It's out of the evening session that I did. And this song is all dedicated to you for all the upcoming Chili Milis in your life, all the positive changes, you know. I think all these changes makes you who you are. So embrace those. I think it's very important to reinvent and evolve and just be in motion. एकैछिन त पर्खिहेरौँ अँध्यारो सधैँ कति मिली कुनै दिन त काट्नै गाह्रो होला अप्ठ्यारो सधैँ तर मिलिजुली When the lights now come to feed us, when the lights now come to heal us, when the lights now come to feed us, when the lights now come to heal us, when the lights now come to heal us, when the lights now come to feed us, when the lights now come to heal us, when the lights now come to feed us. कति झिलिमिली कुनै दिन त काट्नै गाह्रो होला प्रकाश सबै भित्रैदेखि When the lights now come to feed us, when the lights now come to heal us, when the lights now come to feed us, when the lights now come to heal us, when the lights now come to heal us, when the lights now come to feed us, when the lights now come to heal us, when the lights now will be on.
Thank you.